I want you to listen to President Ruto's speech at the United Nations Assembly, and I will give my intake after his speech. Not the whole speech, I just caught certain part of the speech that interests me. I mean, that shows concern that I want to really address. And after that, I will give my intake. I hope you guys follow along and listen. It's very interesting, more especially if you're Africans. It means a lot. Please, let's go.
Excellencies, as we mark the 80th anniversary of the United Nations, Africa also marks 20 years since the Ezulwini Consensus and the Sixth Declaration, the two historic milestones that establishes the common African position on UN Security Council reforms. For 2 decades, Africa has spoken in one voice, demanding justice, equity, and representation in the highest organ of global governance. This demand, however, continues to be ignored, deferred, or endlessly debated to the detriment of both Africa and the legitimacy of the United Nations itself. You cannot claim to be the United Nations while disregarding the voice of 54 nations. It is not possible. Africa is no longer willing to wait on the margins of global governance while decisions about peace, security, and development are made without our understanding, without our perspectives, and without our voice. Africa's exclusion is not only unacceptable, unfair, and grossly unjust, it also undermines the very credibility of the United Nations, this organization. Africa dominates most of the Security Council agenda, provides some of the largest contingents of UN peacekeeping forces, and bears the heaviest costs of instability. Yet we remain the only continent without a permanent seat at the main table where decisions about our destiny are made. Africa deserves, ladies and gentlemen, at the very least, 2 permanent seats with full rights, including the right to veto, and 2 additional non-permanent seats on the United Nations Security Council.
But one thing he touched on that I have a different opinion concerning that. That is his request. Let me see what he says. See what? His request. He's requesting literally begging to be placed on the permanent, to be placed as a permanent member on the Security Council. It's like he's begging. In those positions, people don't beg for it. People don't beg for it. Did America beg any nation to be put on the Security Council? Did France? Did Britain? Did China? They didn't. They didn't beg. They took it. They took it. They stood up and took it. So if Africa want to be placed on the Security Council, they should stand up and take it. It's their rightful place. But they can't. You know why they can't? Because they're not in that position. They are not in that position. You can be playing a 4th division football and expect for them to put you on the 1st division league. What will you do there? You can't make it. That's the scenario with Africa concerning the United Nations. If you want to be placed on the Security Council as a permanent member, Mr. Ruto, you know what you should do? You're a well-educated man, sound man. You know what you should do. You know what you should do. Look what happened in your country. I think it was the beginning of this year. I can't remember exactly the month. You raise taxes. Your people refuse. I mean, your people were dissatisfied with the bill to raise taxes. And you signed it, I think you signed it into law. And they started protesting. What did you do? You put a military or terrorists. They went and killed innocent people. Children protesting for a better life. To be able to go to school. To be able to feed themselves. to have a place to stay. Instead of you negotiating with them, what did you do? You put people in the street, you call them tough, you call them gangsters, you call them terrorists, you call them bandits. They shot and killed university students. Some other students are even smarter than you, that can do better things for that country, that will have done better things for that country. But what happened? You unlive them. You unlive them. You never even apologize. Then you come here at the United Nations claiming to be placed as a permanent member on the Security Council. You don't deserve it. I'm an African. Well, no country in Africa deserves it. Right now, I mean, they felt sorry for Africa and I think they gave us 3 seats then. I think 3 seats as non-permanent members on the Security Council. 3 seats. I think you guys deserve that. Because you all just sit there and listen to the big boys talking. And after they make that decision, they throw the paper to you, just sign it. You don't have no decision to make. You don't even take part in that discussion. You just observe, or you sit there and observe. Because that's what you deserve. Yes, what you deserve. What are you guys doing in Africa as leaders? Suppressing your people? Look the amount of children, the amount of families, babies that are dying in the Mediterranean Sea, trying to escape, get to Europe. Thousands of them in slavery in Libya. On your own continent, Africa. What is AU doing? What are you guys doing there? Then you claim that, you said something here again that, or you claim that the world needs a stronger United Nations. With Africa, United Nations will be strong. With Africa, as a permanent member on the seat, that will make United Nations strong. You're joking. Let me say, not OAU. AU, African Union, it's right there. Right there in Africa. It is Africa. Libya is part of the AU. Morocco, Algeria, those countries on the Mediterranean Sea that thousands upon hundreds of thousands of Africans dying, babies dying in the Mediterranean Sea. What action are you guys taking? What is AU doing to help the people? What is AU doing? The people on slavery in Libya. Libya is a member of AU. Mr. Ruto, what do you say when it comes to that? Or you guys come on a big platform, you just want to talk for people to hear your name. How many Westerners are in our hall as you're talking? How many Westerners are listening to you? None. It's like an African Union conference that you're having. Because no real white people, all of them left. They put in there, they put give that speech and leave because they know they don't take you people serious because you're not serious. You make claims. Big proposal, Africa Agenda 2020, Africa Agenda this. Talking about banks, this, that will be able to finance ourselves. When? Finance what? Who finance AU? Who finance AU? African countries don't finance AU? They don't. It's the West. The West that finance AU. There's war going on in Congo. There's war going on in Sudan. Africa's youngest country. Small country like Sudan. You can stop that war. In Darfur, I'm not talking about Northern Sudan. I'm talking about South Sudan. In Darfur. There's war going on in North Sudan too. But I'm talking about Southern Sudan. The newest country in the world. You guys can't even stop that war. Then you want to be on a bigger platform. Permanent member on the Security Council. When you can't even stop even a war. You can't even negotiate with your own citizens that demanding equal opportunity. Only the political class in your country, the only people that are enjoying the rest, look the roads. The British built that place. Nairobi, they built Nairobi. The whole Kenya, the British laid off that country. Because when they were there, they left you guys were well, maybe it may not be 100% developed, but it was nice. Nairobi was nice. But go and check it now. All your street pop holes. Thank God to China. They come in seeking resources, so for them, they will build and take. At least they came there helping you building the roads. But look at your street. Everything chaotic. Common street lights. You don't obey. You don't obey street lights. There's no law and order. See America here? We live in America. Despite all what's going on in America, things hard. But when I go to work every day, at the end of the week, I get my check. They won't tell me, oh, we won't pay you today, we'll pay you tomorrow. We'll give you a pay tomorrow. Or go come back next week, we broke. No, there's a system in place here. No matter what that person does, at the end of the week, if you pay in every week, that person should receive that check. Either you mail it to them or you send it to their bank account. Or they collect it from the HR office. There's no excuse. That 2 weeks, the person received that 2-week checks. Big or small, they will receive it. They earn it. That's what you earn. We don't beg for things here. You begging that they should put you, oh, your please put on a spending member of the Security Council. You don't beg, you earn it. 2 things that will prove that when you're there, you know what to do. Y'all go to meetings. When you go to the Africa-China Summit, while the Chinese talking, you're sleeping. You're sitting out there, someone that pour beer. Look at that kind of human being. I know 90-something years. He should be on the Security Council. They should send him on the Security Council. To do what? What will he say? Sit there farting all the time? The Security Council waking up? You guys joking. You guys joking, man. You guys joking. Yes. You talk about United Nations. United Nations was at the front, has been at the forefront of eradicating HIV/AIDS, smallpox, and many other diseases. But my question to you is this: what role did Africa play in eradicating all the diseases and fighting against HIV and AIDS? Look, when Trump took power, just a few months ago, he stopped USAID aid to Africa, not even Africa, many other countries. And what happened in South Africa, even in Kenya? You can't even afford to buy medication, the HIV medication that people were taking. You can't even afford to buy it for your own citizen. America had to spoon feed you with the cost. Your people now, they're dying from disease that nobody should die from because they can't get their medications. Then you want to play on the big league. You want to sit on the table and have dinner with the big boys. Your people dying. You're not thinking about that. You should be back home. You should be back home. Focusing, thinking on how, as a leader, what can I do to uplift my country? What can I do? That when people protesting, when people go against what I say, how can I negotiate with them? Those are things you set your administration, set them down and you negotiate. And you learn how to negotiate. You learn how to negotiate. That's why they put doors in the West here. That's why they doors. France need big. The Americans, they put me on the Security Council. No. China need big. They deserve it. They earn it. That's why they are there today. Look, China. Look, China. 20 years ago, what was China? Some of your countries, your GDP was greater than China GDP. But look at China today. See? Man, you guys are just joke, man. You guys are just joke. You see? You guys are just joke. Joke, man. Stop the war in Congo. Stop the war in South Sudan. Stop the war in Sudan. The Sahel. Stop the war in Sahel. You're listening to the young dude that coming up, man, that trying his best. Abraham Traore. You want to sanction him from the AU. Somebody that trying to do something. You sanction him. Look at you. Look at you. Look the speech. All of you they're giving. Big speeches, man. Talking this. Oh, America this. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're disregarding us. How do they not disregard you? To eat, America had to feed you. When you're sick, you fly and come to the people country for medication. The poor people that can't make it, they die there. How would they respect you? How would the poor respect you? There's no respect in it. No respect at all. How would the poor respect you? Mr. Ruto, that's my question to you. What will you do on the Security Council? What will you do as a permanent member on the Security Council? What will you do? What will be your contribution? When America pledging billions of dollars to the United Nations, how much will you pledge? How much will you pledge? You can't even fund AU, African Union. America had to fund African Union, programs in African Union. You can't even fund it. You came up with the Agenda 2020. to silence all guns in Africa. How many guns have you silenced? How many guns have the AU silenced in Africa? One of the agenda, I think, was 2025 or something, that there'll be bulletless Africa. People will move about freely. Where? How? How? To fly from Kenya or East Africa to West Africa, it depends on the flight you're taking, the plane you're flying with. If you fly with any European plane from Kenya, I take you to Europe before you bring you back to West Africa. The price from Kenya to Kenya to Tanzania is like the price from here America to Africa. You can't even trade among yourselves. You can't even trade among yourselves. Look at America. 52 states. They trade. I can travel from here, California, any time of the day, any time of the night. Nobody pull me over. I will drive and go. I take flight, reach to the airport, I just walk through. Nobody gonna ask me questions. But try it. Leave from Tanzania going to Kenya or go Liberia. I get to the airport square, it's like all your immigration on you like vulture. They want to rape you, or the little penny you get on you. They want to rape you. Most people want to see you with a foreign passport coming from abroad. Oh man, then it's like you that elephant meat. Everybody want to cut their own from you. Is that how it's supposed to be? 2025? Look at universities. Look at universities and things. Those guys, children in Africa, they're eager to learn. Are you sponsoring them? No. That's why when they get a boy scholarship to come here, when they come here to study, get a degree, they don't go back. They prefer to work here than to go back and suffer. I would do the same too. I came to this country now, I got my scholarship. It was by the grace of God. See? But look what you're doing, man. Look what you're doing. You can't be on the Security Council doing those kind of things. You can't claim to be wanting to be on the Security Council, then you're doing no nonsense. You need to check yourself out, man. You need to check yourself out. When you came to power, you were saying some good things from the beginning. You were saying that the American currency will be terminated. People should start converting their currency from the US dollar to different currency. that was your first promise. I listened to that. It was kind of making me happy, you know. I said, oh, but then Africa planning on doing something. This guy is new. He coming. Probably he will be a change. He will be a force to reckon with. Let's see what he's doing. You started exposing what the summit will do when they take you there. When they take you to the various summit, you go to China. They put you in bus. All of your in bus, the students drive you around. Time to negotiate. Time to discuss. When you go to meeting, they only give you 1 minute to discuss. How can you discuss a whole country issues only in a meeting? But then after that video surfaced, the following week you were heading to Dubai, to the United Arab Emirates after the Dubai summit. Look at country like Dubai. Kenya should be going to Dubai to have meeting, or they should be. I don't know how you call it. I don't know how they call it, Emirate or their leader. They should be coming to Kenya. They get no resources besides oil, only oil. But look at the country today. The way you guys go for holiday, your politicians, the way your girlfriend, the way you go for holidays. How many of them come to Africa for holidays? None. So check yourself, man. Check yourself. Yes, Africa deserve to be on the permanent member. No, not again. Use the word deserve. Yes, Africa should have been on the permanent member. I mean, as a permanent member on the Security Council. But when you talk about deserve, nope. No. They don't deserve it. Because you're not working for it. You earn it. Look. My country, where I'm from, Liberia. Liberia was a founding member. Now it's a founding member of the United Nations. Liberia. Probably, I think 2 countries in Liberia and Ethiopia. Besides that, no other African country. But where's Liberia today? She one of the non-permanent member. One of the non-permanent observer, against a member observer on the Security Council. My own President Joseph Baga, he was there having party dancing. I saw the video. Someone published the video. I saw them. They having party because America partying or selected Liberia as one of the non-permanent observer. Then you're celebrating that kind of thing. You have no pride for yourself, man. No pride. That people treat you like babies. They spoon feed you. They give you rest to eat. You get land. You can't even grow your own food. How many countries in Africa can feed themselves? None. Nigeria said the superpower, the big power. Africa, South Africa will rich. We're rich from where? The only reason South Africa is like that today because the white people stayed there. When the white people leave, I gave you 2 years. You go to South Africa, be like any other African country. Any other African country. Be like any other African country. I've traveled a lot of countries in Africa, man. Even the poorest state in America here, way you're not better off than Mississippi. Mississippi is the poorest state here. When you go like some places like Africa, boy, you're even better off. People that they live in. So if you want to be on the Security Council, brother Ruto, you're my African brother. If you want to be on the Security Council, do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. You're a smart man, you're intelligent man, you're well learned. You know what you should do. If you ever see the video on YouTube or any social media, follow my advice. Do your due diligence. Don't be begging. That disrespect, they disrespect you right there. Don't beg for nothing that you should be having. Work towards it. You will get it. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what America will do. Start contributing to the United Nations. AU first. Start contributing. Say we donate 100 million to AU for social projects. We're working towards ending the war in Congo. We're working towards ending the war in South Sudan. Start doing those things and make sure when you say it happen. Okay, now this discussion, we eradicating all borderless Africa, and we're making sure it's starting right now. Then they say, oh, this guy is serious. This guy we can put him in the Security Council. He will take action. He will say something. Other than that, zip it. When you come on the big player, or when you come on the big platform, you zip it. Just keep begging. I came here for you to help me a few bags of maize so you can make your ugali and your eat. It's not an insult. I'm just saying it. That's the food you gotta eat. So ugali, West Africa they eat rice. The area and they call it ugali. They call their food they eat ugali. You eat your ugali, okay? And just forget about that. So I hope you listen to my advice, man. Thank you. Bye.